Today I'll be reviewing Boruto episode 52, Sasuke's Shadow. So I like this episode for a lot of reasons. One, we can finally say without a shadow of a doubt that the movie arc is coming and I'm hyped. It also looks like the art is getting better, which surprised me because it was average, fine at best. The art for Naruto and Naruto Shippuden in the anime was always good. It was never sloppy a lot. But they actually managed to improve it, which surprised me. We also got a new opening, but in the opening, the art was kind of looking like sloppy and faded. It just looked kind of weird to me. I don't know, maybe it didn't load at the highest quality or something. I don't know. But the opening was kind of boring. It kind of reminded me of a Bleach opening. But we do see some things from the movie. I don't know why they chose like the lamest things or the wackest things to put in the opening. They really could have done better with that, but I guess they wanted to be spoiler free. Or maybe there'll be another opening, because I'm assuming this arc is going to be long. But honestly, this opening wasn't all that good. But let's talk about the actual episode now. So it starts with Team 7, and they're facing off against Zetsu. And we also find out during this episode that it's the real Zetsu. I thought it might have been like some experiment or something. But it's the real one, which was surprising because it looks so different from the ones that we're used to. And it was also weird because Konohamaru was kind of struggling against it. And I'm sure even Part 1 Kakashi could have beaten that by himself without the Sharingan. So I don't know if they just plan on saving Konohamaru for later, using his full abilities later or what. But yeah, I don't know what to make of that, of him struggling against the Zetsu. And while he's struggling against Zetsu, Boruto decides to use that ninja weapon he got from Katsuki in the last episode, and he throws it at Zetsu like a Pokeball. He has like the pose and everything. And he throws it, and we didn't get Charizard, we got a Flash Bomb instead. And I'm pretty sure they had like regular non Ninja Tech Flash Bombs, but whatever. So they use that as a distraction and they run away. And then they find like an old bud from the divine tree, and Mitsuki lets them know that it's been 10 years, which confuses me because the fourth Great Ninja War ended 15 years ago. Otherwise, Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki would be about 8 right now. So I'm not sure if that's a mistake on the anime's part or what, because in the Kakashi episode where Kakashi took on the Genin, he says it's been 15 years since the war, and this is obviously a while after that, so it should at least be 15 years. But he says it's been 10 years. I don't know, maybe a certain event happened and we don't know about it. That could only be the reason why it's 10 years, but hopefully it's explained later. So later, Konohamaru suggests that that Boruto and the others leave while he fights Zetsu alone. And classic Boruto, shonen main character, says he doesn't want to leave Konohamaru behind because he thinks he'll die, whatever. And then Konohamaru tells Boruto that he doesn't really know about the Fourth Great Ninja War or how terrifying things connected to Kaguya Otsutsuki can be. And I'm hearing him say this, and I'm like, wait, he was a kid and he wasn't even in the war. He was in the village the whole time and only appeared in one filler episode, where all we saw him do was guard the villagers. So I'm guessing he just read up on it, or Ebisu taught him or told him about it afterwards. That's the only way I figured he would truly understand what happened during the war. Anyways, but Sarada says that they should all team up because it's the best strategy, and so they get a change in orders. But I like that moment where Konohamaru looked like he was going to walk away. And there was this scene where all of them were looking down in the way. And Konohamaru just had his back turned, looking like, I got this. And like he was about to go into his final moments. We knew he wasn't going to die, obviously, because of what happens later. But I feel like if he does die in this series, it should go something like how it was about to go, or possibly could have gone during this episode. Anyways, that aside, they all decide to go in together, and Konohamaru has a plan but tells them not to overestimate their own strength. So they all end up teaming up to counterattack against Zetsu, but Boruto overestimates his power and thinks he's going to get the finishing stab in with his kunai, and ends up getting caught by Zetsu. So Sarada and Mitsuki have to save him. And then Konohamaru finishes Zetsu with a Rasengan, and says it was the power passed down by the third Hokage called the Professor and his big bro Naruto. Hearing him say big bro Naruto was really nostalgic. But his Rasengan, it completely shredded like Zetsu. It kind of seemed like a Rasen Shuriken because he literally left nothing left of Zetsu. I don't know if his Rasengan is just perfected. He's perfected the normal Rasengan, but there was nothing left of Zetsu, almost as if he was like transported by his Rasengan or something to somewhere else. So after that, Boruto wakes up and realizes that he jumped the gun and that he got knocked out. Then they all discover a bunch of Zetsu that were burned by Sasuke's Amaterasu. And then Konohamaru says that only Sasuke could control those flames, and then tells them about how Sasuke's on a top secret mission tracking the remnants of Kaguya and everything that relates to her, and tells Boruto more about that Sasuke greatness, about how he can travel through time and space, and is the one and only rival of Naruto, rest in peace Kiba, and Naruto considers him his equal, and Mitsuki tells him about how Orochimaru says he's the supreme ninja who watches over the leaf from the shadows. So basically, they have one big Sasuke fanboy conversation about all that Sasuke greatness. I'm not denying it at all. I'm just saying what it sounded like. To be honest, hearing it just got me hyped because we're going to see Sasuke in the next arc. So after that, Konohamaru talks to Naruto, and Boruto becomes more curious about Sasuke. So this is kind of like the roots of where his curiosity for Sasuke first began, and how he learns about all these cool things about Sasuke before the movie. So we also see at the end of the episode, Sasuke arrives at Kaguya's palace, which is a scene I remember very well from the Boruto movie. So that pretty much confirms 180% that the movie arc is now. Because if that scene was at the end of this episode, the end at least, starts the movie arc. So we've been waiting since episode 1, and now we're finally getting it, the movie arc that we've all been waiting for. Hopefully they deliver and give us everything that we want and ask for, and they expand on the tuning exams. We actually get to see a full fight, or until it ends with Boruto and Shikadai. I'm hoping to see all of this. And especially the rematch between, well, not really a rematch, but Metal Lee versus Gaara's son. That I really want to see. At the end of this episode, we also see the third Otsutsuki member that Kishimoto didn't have time to put in the movie. I wonder what part he's going to play since he wasn't in the movie at all. And he wasn't added into the manga. I don't know why Ikimoto didn't just take some tips from Kishimoto and add him in the manga. But I don't know how the anime is going to introduce him, because if he isn't in the manga, what's going to happen? Because the manga can't just pretend, oh, this guy was in the arc, but we just didn't show him at all even once. Because then the anime wouldn't be canon to the manga anymore. But we'll probably find out what's going to happen with that soon. So the next episode is called Himawari's Birthday, which is in the middle of the movie. So I don't know. I knew they were starting the movie, but it's going to be somewhat out of order. I should expect this from Studio Period, but hey, at least we're getting it. So let me know what your thoughts are going to be on this next episode. And the future episodes for the rest of this arc is probably going to go on until around next year, maybe? Probably not. The Naruto arcs are paced pretty fast. So I'm thinking it'll end it around September or maybe October. But let me know what your thoughts and predictions are for the future of this arc, and let me know what you thought of this episode. Also, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like anything I had to say today, and bye.